The Verdugo Gangsters consists of three Latino subsets called the West Side Verdugo, East Side Verdugo, and the South Side Verdugo, operating in different regions of San Bernardino, California. They made headlines after two of their leaders, brothers, were killed by childhood friends in a quadruple homicide case dubbed Dead Presidents by police. Verdugo is another name that is used for San Bernardino in the Mexican American community, according to Bobby Vega, community leader and co-founder of the Urban Conservation Corps. The term Verdugo dates back to the 1940s, mostly used by Mexicans, Latinos, Chicanos, as a geographical area for Hispanics in the West Side community. The West Side Verdugo, WSV, combined, are the largest Latino gang in the San Bernardino Valley with origins dating back to the 1950s. The West Side Verdugo Mount Vernon Rifa cliques consisted of the 7th Street Locos, Calle Siete Locos, Sur Crazy Ones, and the Counts Gang. Early gangs in the West Side Verdugo, Mount Vernon area in San Bernardino during the 1950s were the Toperos, from El Barrio Topo or Topo City, located around Gardena Street and Flores Street between 7th Street and 5th Street. The Toperos were mostly at war with gangs east of Mount Vernon Ave, East Side. The West Side Verdugo Counts Gang or Counts Gang cliques consist of the Little Counts Gang, LC, Junior Counts, Royal Counts Gang, RC, and the Lady Counts, female clique. During the 1950s, there was a Counts gang on the east side who fought with street gangs on the west side of Mount Vernon Ave. The West Side Verdugo Sur Crazy Ones, WSVESCO, or Sur Crazy Ones, SCO territory, roughly stretches from Baseline Street to 16th Street, between Mount Vernon and the 215 Interstate Fly. Their primary clique is 14th Street or Calle Catorce. They are also known for their prejudice towards police after Adrian Gutierrez, SEO, was gunned down in 2010 by a police officer who also shot and killed a member from Inglewood 13 in 2008. The West Side Verdugo 7th Street Gang is also known as the Calle Siete Locos, CSL, which is Spanish for 7th Street. This is the street of their formation, bordered by 16th Street and 5th Street between Mount Vernon Ave and 215 Fly. This gang rose to prominence in 2000 after their leader Johnny Agudo and his brother were murdered in a quadruple homicide. The West Side Verdugo Manor Boys, 187 Murder Block, also known as the Manor Boys Gang, operates as an independent street gang with territory stretching from Foothill Boulevard and King Street between Macy Street and Terrace Street. They are south of the Calle Siete Locos and north of the South Side Verdugo. The East Side Verdugo, ESV, also known as the East Side Verdugo 13, are located east of the 215 Interstate Fly on the east side of San Bernardino and consist of several smaller gangs, such as the East Side Verdugo Meadowbrook Dukes. Their neighborhood stretches from 2nd Street and Sierra Way between Mill Street and Waterman Avenue. Other gangs on the east side are the Verdugo Waterman Gardens, ESVWG, and the East Side Verdugo Valley, Valleys, as well as the East Side Verdugo Dwight Way Gang, ESVDWG. The South Side Verdugo Flats, SSVF, or South Side Flats, formerly known as the Marijuanos, are located in the southwest region in San Bernardino. Their barrio stretches from 3rd Street and Grant Avenue between Muscat and the Interstate 215 Fly. Their primary cliques are Pear Street and Congress Street, which are located in their neighborhood. Big Jeff 187, Manor Boys, and Young Bandit, Little Counts, are rappers affiliated with subsets of the West Side Verdugo. They release music under Corporate Policy Entertainment, record label, also known as Corporate Policy Mafia or simply Corporate Policy. Other artists affiliated or associated with the label are Baby Blue, producer, and Big Bala, Mount Vernon Rifa. On the night of July 9, 2000, Johnny Agudo, president of 7th Street Locos, and his younger brother Gilbert Gibby Agudo, president of Small Counts, leaders of gangs within the West Side Verdugo, were killed by childhood friends. Other victims who were killed are Anthony Ant Dog Luna and Marcelino Spooky Luna, brothers who were members of the 7th Street Locos. Armando Villaseñor Velarde and Michael Velarde were also shot and wounded, but they managed to survive. The gang hit was organized by Johnny Agudo's best friend Luis Maldito Mendoza on behalf of the Mexican Mafia. Johnny and Mendoza were childhood friends. Together they established the 7th Street Locos. Allegedly, Johnny cooperated with prosecutors regarding information about the Mexican Mafia. Mendoza put together a 4-man hit squad armed with guns and bulletproof vests when they met with the Agudo brothers in a driveway of a Vine Street duplex near Mount Vernon Ave on the west side of San Bernardino. The men got into a heated argument over the presidency of 7th Street Los Locos and the green light placed on Johnny by the Mexican Mafia. Mendoza and his cousin Froilan Chiprez both drew their weapons, killing the Agudo brothers and the Luna brothers. Gilbert was shot at point-blank range in the head to avoid retaliation for his brother, and the Lunas were killed for their loyalty to Johnny Agudo. 2 other members of the 7th Street Locos, Armando Villaseñor and Michael Velarde, also were shot. In 2008, Luis Mendoza and Lorenzo Arias were sentenced to death for their involvement in the Quadruple homicide. In 2011, Froilan Chiprez was extradited from Tijuana, Mexico, and sentenced to 4 life terms without parole, plus 125 years to life and an additional 31 years. Juan Ramirez only served 12 years in prison for murder because of his cooperation with the prosecutor. The San Bernardino City Attorney and San Bernardino Police Department were granted permanent gang injunctions against 3 subsets of the West Side Verdugo: the 7th Street Gang, 1998, followed by the Sur Crazy Gang, 2000, and finally the South Side Verdugo Flats, 2003. The Verdugo Gang are known for their rivalry with Los Angeles street gangs who moved to the Valley of San Bernardino, such as the Florence 13, F13, and the Boulevard Stoners Ray, KBS. However, the arch-nemesis of the West Side Verdugo is the East Side Tres, a violent Latino street gang based in South Los Angeles, California. In April 2005, 2 members of the East Side Verdugo shot and killed a member of the Florencia 13 after moving into an apartment complex located on Fairfax Drive in an area dominated by the East Side Verdugo Dwight Way gang. The West Side Verdugos, especially the South Side Flats, are known to feud with Latino street gangs in neighboring cities such as the East Side Colton and the North Side Colton.